Hi, I'm Eric from GeoData Plus. GeoData's customers consist of some of the sharpest minds in real estate, from the highly qualified real estate appraiser to the knowledgeable agent and the longtime investor. Now, they all benefit from GeoData in different ways, but one thing that they all use GeoData for is to find out what a property is worth. And they do that by identifying good sales comparables. So I wanted to take a minute to share what I've learned from these customers and show you how you can also find good comps. Let's take a minute now and see how that works. The most typical way to find comps in GeoData is to first bring up the subject property. In this case, I'll use an example in Nassau County, New York, 1030 Field Place. You'll see we have a pretty detailed report on the property, which includes one or more photos, a map of the area, and a sketch of the building. We also have an ownership summary, building details such as square footage, lot size, and zoning, and other useful information such as telephone numbers, external improvements, sales and mortgage history, and if there were a lien on the property, it would show you that here as well. This is a single-family home of about 1,400 square feet. Let's find some comps on the property, and to do so, we click on CMA up top. The first thing we do when we look for comps in GeoData is to decide how far out we want to go. Depending on the area, that could be a quarter mile or less for densely populated urban settings, or a mile or more for rural neighborhoods. This is a rather dense suburban neighborhood, so let's start with a half mile. For the sales date, obviously the more recent the better, and GeoData has sales recorded as recent as yesterday, so you should find a fair number of comps just by going out 6 months, so let's start with that. You can enter a price range if you want to. I'll leave that alone. I'll keep it as same class, single family homes only, and you can narrow down by other characteristics such as style of the building, year built, square footage range, and waterfront sales only. I'm going to leave all those alone for now as well. I will, however, select same school district, since that's a very important neighborhood valuation point in Nassau County. Properties in the same street in different school districts can be valued quite differently from each other. So we're looking for all sales in a half-mile radius, sold in the past 6 months that are single-family homes in the same school district. Let's see what we found. We have 6 sales. It puts them in distance order from closest to farthest away. You'll see information such as distance, address, characteristics of the building such as style, square footage, lot size, acres, rooms, and then the sales transaction details such as price, date, buyer, and seller. You'll notice that some of the comps are highlighted in yellow and others are highlighted in green. A yellow sale means the property sold as a result of a potential flip, meaning it's sold more than once in a 1-year period. A green sale means potential foreclosure, and that means the property sold within 1 year of a lis pendens or some other kind of foreclosure-related lien being filed on the property. If we wanted to find out more details on any one of these comps, we just click on View, and it'll bring up the property report for that comp. To return to the CMA, we click on Back, and there's another about options you can do from here. First of all, you can export these comps out to a spreadsheet, export to CSV. You could also export your comps out to DataMaster. For those of you who aren't familiar with DataMaster, DataMaster is a tool used by appraisers that allows you to take your comps from data sources such as various MLSs and GeoData and put them into DataMaster, which in turn brings your subject information, your comps, and your 1004MC into your appraisal forms, whether it's ACI, win total, click forms, and it brings them in a UAD compliant manner. We could also print out the comps. We can print them on letter or legal size paper with or without pictures. So let's say letter with pictures. Just remember before you print to choose some comps. We can select the comps that we want to print individually or click on select all, and now let's send it to PDF. This is what the printout looks like. It appears nice with the in the top left you'll see the summary of your search criteria: half mile, 6 months, single family homes, same school district. the high, low, and median average of the comps that you selected, the 1004 MC for the surrounding area, and then your comps with the color coding on the PDF as well. You'd also put these comps in a map. So once again, I have all 6 of these comps selected, and I press Map Selected Area. And what this is going to do, it's going to load a Google map with the subject property in red and the surrounding comps in green. And to find out which one is which, just click on them. It'll tell you the address, the date, the price, and the distance from the subject property. And the map, of course, is really useful because even though all of these properties are within a half mile of each other, they may not be in the same neighborhood. So for instance, if any of these comps were north of Merrick Road, which is a neighborhood boundary, you probably wouldn't want to use that in your appraisal. I hope that you found this video helpful. We have a few articles in our blog that also deal with finding the right sales comparables. You can find that at geodataplus.com/blog, along with other helpful resources.